I've got some tips to help you pass an official Cambridge English speaking exam. Tip number 1, know what's going to be on the exam. Learn as much as you can about what kind of questions are going to be asked or might be asked. Know about the vocabulary that you need to be familiar with and that you need to be able to use. And know what the focus of each part is. That way, you know what the examiner is looking for and you can show them what they're looking for and be really successful on this test. Tip number 2 is take advantage of every speaking opportunity you have. That means speaking outside of class. You could find a speaking buddy. This can be somebody in your class, somebody from outside your class that has an interest in speaking English and that you can practice for the exam with. You could also join a conversation class, like the one we have here at Geranios, which is free to Geranios students. Basically, you want to just spend as much time as you can talking and speaking English and practicing. Tip number 3 is talk to yourself. That's right, talk to yourself. You should be practicing English by yourself, practicing exam-style questions or practicing talking about yourself as much as you can so that you're really familiar with that kind of thing when you're taking the test. You could talk to yourself when you're in the shower, talk to yourself when you're in the car, when you're walking your dog, when you're going to school or work. Use these opportunities of silence to practice English and really be familiar with your own voice and how to say things, and you'll realize the vocabulary that you need when you practice this. Another tip I always tell my students is to use a mirror. If you've ever practiced for a speech for school or work, you've probably done this. Look in the mirror and practice the exam-style questions. Another thing I always encourage my students to do is to use a timer. Each part of the exam has a specific amount of time that it tends to last. And if you can train yourself to talk about the exam topics in that amount of time, you will be so successful when you take the test. You can also record yourself on your phone or with a tape recorder and share these with your speaking buddy or with a teacher and see if you can get some feedback to improve your answers. Now let's practice what we've learned. Pause the video and try the exercises on the screen. Write your answers in the comments below. If you use these tips, you'll be sure to do well on an official Cambridge English speaking exam. Thanks for watching. Check out our upcoming videos for more exam tips and more tricks to help you speak like a native.